is that for some reason people come to me and I don't look at them with judgy eyes. I have no predetermined notion or preconceived notions, and they open up to me.
You know what is so disturbing to me? Why is my name even in this conversation?
Because
you're Oprah.
Because if you look at a lot of these people that's been on other, I didn't know it was gonna cause this kind of ripple. I didn't think it was gonna move me.
So we all know that Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay, has been blowing up ever since the interview with Katt Williams.
That's why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up.
But that's not the only interview that exploded. He has had many explosive interviews this year alone. And let's just say that some folks in the industry are not loving this one bit. That's what Katt Williams has to say about him.
How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be.
And that's because these interviews have spilled a lot of secrets about some of the industry's biggest names like Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler Perry.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Now it seems Shannon is really going after them, exposing how they've tried not only to cancel his show, but also to ruin his life for refusing to take down interviews after they requested it.
Direction, I'm glad it did. I understand what comes along with that. But if you remember,
Shannon's claiming he's got more dirt on these people and he's ready to leak it if they don't back down. Y'all better pay attention because Shannon means business.
This is gonna be the talk of 24.
No way.
I'm like, you think so? He's like, Shannon. And he's looking at me just like I'm looking at you, Cam. He's like, Shannon, this is gonna be viral.
But where did it all get started? Well, Shannon Sharpe has had everyone in a chokehold since he dropped his interview with Katt Williams at the start of the year.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
It's been pure chaos ever since that interview, and the chaos hasn't let up. We've seen a darker side of the industry that we rarely get to see.
Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business.
So with all the juicy secrets he spilled, it's no surprise that some powerful people want the podcast shut down before he spills even more tea.
Lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong.
But now it seems Shannon has had enough of this mess. He recently sat down for an interview and dished out all the gossip about the celebrities trying to shut down his show and sabotage him.
And I'm like, damn, he said that? Where was I? He was saying so much that I'm like.
But you'd be shocked to know they're even sending him threats now. Those stars who were eager to be on the show have disappeared into thin air.
No for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league.
Now, everyone knows the industry is chaotic, but these people are going to extremes with Shannon. Word on the street is that Shannon's life could be in danger because the haters are in full swing.
If you remember, he said it. He said, this is going to put you in another dimension.
He definitely did.
He said,
but my mama said, boy, there's power in the tongue.
Yes.
But why are they going to such lengths to cancel his show? Are they too afraid to get exposed? Did they really do something shady? And what does Shannon have to say about all the celebrities ganging up against him? Get ready because you're about to find out. In a recent interview, Shannon talked about all the crazy stuff he's been dealing with since Katt Williams' interview went viral earlier this year. He had a conversation with Cam Newton and shared why celebrities are comfortable enough to spill all their secrets on his podcast. Shannon explained that before every interview, he makes it clear to his celebrity guests that they don't have to talk about certain topics if they don't want to, which makes them comfortable enough to tell their own story. He mentioned that he believes it is possible to share one story.
Is there anything that you don't want to talk about? I always ask the guest that. Sometimes they say, well, I would appreciate if we not talk about this. Right. Cool, no problem.
Without including anything negative. However, he also thinks that anyone who's been in a business for an extended period, such as 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, likely has more than one intriguing story. While he understands if someone chooses to avoid such tales, he does not feel it is his place to prevent them from sharing if they choose to do so.
But they say they want to stay away from it. But if they want to tell something, who am I to say, nah, don't do, you can't tell that. Right. People, Cam.
In his recent interview, Shannon addressed the criticism from those who claim he is not a real journalist. He clarified that he has never considered himself a journalist. For those who may not be familiar with him, Shannon is a highly successful retired NFL player who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. Following his football career, he worked as a sports commentator for several years. In 2020, during the pandemic, he started his podcast, Club Shay. Although the podcast initially had decent viewership, it exploded in popularity with the Katt Williams interview, which now has over 70 million views and is the most watched episode on Club Shay. Interestingly, this interview almost didn't happen. Shannon revealed that he had been trying to get Katt on the podcast for about a year before it finally came together. He fortuitously met Katt's new manager, who connected him with Katt. Just a week later, Katt appeared on Club Shay, sharing many industry secrets. Katt Williams was aware that his revelations would have a significant impact on the industry, which he made very clear during the interview.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I
A
promise
good thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're going to be able to beat them all.
And Katt was right about the industry's reaction. While Shannon was enjoying Club Shay's success, he noticed that some people in the industry were not pleased and were trying to sabotage his podcast. The full story includes some celebrities being upset by Shannon's achievements and labeling him and Club Shay as troublemakers, accusing him of stirring up drama in Hollywood due to the Katt Williams interview. According to insiders, celebrities including Oprah and Diddy were allegedly making moves to discourage other celebrities from appearing on Club Shay. Oprah's conflict with Shannon began when he invited Monique to Club Shay. During her appearance, Monique openly criticized Oprah, calling her a narcissistic manipulator. She accused both Oprah and Tyler Perry of cheating her and blackballing her career simply because she refused to do something outside her contract. Monique and Oprah have had a long-standing feud. During their collaboration on the movie Precious, Monique decided not to participate in an unpaid, unscheduled press tour. This decision reportedly angered Oprah, leading her to spread rumors about Monique being difficult to work with. Their conflict has persisted over the years, exacerbated by Monique's outspoken criticism of Oprah and Tyler Perry regarding their treatment of her career.
I can say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with.
Monique has always raised her voice in the case of being blackballed. She accused many big names of the industry of essentially blackballing her from Hollywood. The Oscar-winning actress, during her comedy routine, got real about the strained relationships with Hughley, Perry, Daniels, and Winfrey. If you recall her role in Daniels' 2010 film Precious, since then, she claims to have only been in 4 films, attributing it to what she describes as their whiteballing. Back in 2015, she initially revealed being blackballed by this trio. A few months back, Monique made waves at the Apollo Theater by airing her grievances about Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey. She claimed they had essentially blacklisted her from Hollywood, revealing strained relationships during her comedy routine. Monique reflected on her role in Daniels' film Precious, asserting that she'd been in just 4 films since then due to their efforts to sideline her. She had first mentioned being blacklisted by them back in 2015. In response, Daniels told The Hollywood Reporter that Monique's demands during Precious didn't align with the campaign, which strained her Hollywood relationships. He considered her a friend and would consider her for future collaborations, but the creative teams opted for other actors for recent roles. Monique didn't mince words during her Apollo performance, rejecting the term blackballed and alleging she was whiteballed by black individuals without courage. She directly addressed Daniels, Perry, and Winfrey, criticizing their treatment and unequal pay. Regarding the press tour for Precious, which was co-produced by Oprah and Perry, Monique opted out due to lack of compensation and exhaustion. This decision led to her being labeled as difficult and hard to work with, despite her Oscar win for the film. Media stories portrayed her negatively, and she realized she was intentionally sidelined. Despite efforts to reconcile, an apology from Oprah and Perry remains elusive.
That if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen, but I wanted to call you up to see how you felt.
After the press tour incident, Monique shared on Comedy Central about Oprah inviting her brother Gerald and parents to her show. Monique had confided in Oprah about her strained family relationships due to her brother's actions. Monique agreed to Oprah inviting Gerald but didn't want to participate. During the taping, Monique was shocked to see commercials featuring her family, feeling betrayed by Oprah's actions. Monique demanded an apology but received none, privately or publicly. She's still waiting for that apology today, especially considering Oprah's friendship with Tyler Perry, which complicates matters. Of course, this didn't sit well with Oprah at all, and it's understandable why. Monique really went in on Oprah during her interview, expressing her grievances openly. Her comments sparked discussions about how Oprah allegedly mistreated Monique. Oprah even criticized Monique for what she perceived as negative energy, saying, "Oh my gosh, it's impossible. It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combusted negative force and negative energy," she said. "You can't meet negative energy where it is. You have to rise above it. You have to transcend it. You can't meet negative energy where it is. You have to rise above it," she said. "You have to transcend it. You have to be the light. It only takes a little bit of light to banish the darkness. So I would never stoop to try to meet somebody where they are negatively. Don't care who they are." After that, Monique faced blacklisting, with many in the industry avoiding working with her due to alleged fears of repercussions from Tyler Perry and Oprah. These two are influential figures in the industry, and when they decide to blacklist someone, it seems to happen. To her credit, Monique has consistently fought against being silenced by the industry. Upon realizing she was being blacklisted, she promptly called out those she believed were responsible.
Got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate.
The wild part about all this is that Monique revealed to Shannon that she only received $50,000 for the movie Precious after extensive negotiations. While $50,000 might seem substantial to regular folks like us in Hollywood, it's considered pocket change that barely covers basic expenses, let alone costs like hair, makeup, and other celebrity essentials. Not to mention taxes, agent fees, legal fees, management costs, and other expenses, which can consume about 80% of an actor's income, as Robin the actress pointed out. Following this logic, Monique likely pocketed around $10,000 from the role, which she described as daylight robbery, plain and simple. The list of accusers continues to expand, with comedian Luenell now joining the conversation. Luenell sheds light on Oprah's purported involvement in damaging the careers of young black actors, advising aspiring actresses to be cautious about these allegations. Luenell, an iconic comedienne, actress, and activist, has made a lasting impact on the entertainment industry spanning decades. Known for her sharp wit, fearless humor, and unapologetic style, she has rightfully earned her status as a comedic powerhouse. Recognizing her outstanding contributions to the world of comedy, Luenell is set to receive the prestigious Comedian of the Year award at the upcoming Comics Rock convention.
Has there been a silver lining throughout your journey as a comedian or as an actor?
This is it.
Yeah?
This is it.
Yeah?
In addition to her comedic prowess, Luenell's recent collaboration with the renowned clothing designer Angela Dean has further cemented her status as a dynamic and influential figure, extending beyond comedy into the world of fashion. Her ability to effortlessly navigate both the entertainment and fashion realms highlights her multifaceted impact on these diverse spheres. Luenell's rapid ascent to fame is credited to her unparalleled comedic talent, marked by a distinctive voice, infectious energy, and an exceptional ability to address controversial topics with grace and humor. Her performances resonate on a global scale, captivating audiences with a unique mix of observational comedy, social commentary, and personal anecdotes, firmly establishing her as a comedic powerhouse.
See, for comedians, it's, to me, the you have to be, the continuity is what gets you.
Beyond her achievements in comedy, Luenell has fearlessly shattered barriers and defied societal norms throughout her career, particularly while navigating the predominantly male-dominated comedy industry as an African-American woman, facing numerous challenges and prejudices. In light of the recent allegations surrounding Oprah, Luenell has revealed some shocking truths. One of them involves a pay issue with Taraji P Henson. In her memoir, Henson expressed feeling gutted upon discovering that Winfrey, who served as a producer on the film, did not advocate for her to receive equitable compensation. Henson had anticipated Winfrey to be a mentor and role model, but instead experienced a sense of betrayal and disappointment. Winfrey, who had been notably reserved on the issue, recently addressed it in an interview with Variety. She disclosed that she was unaware of the pay gap during the production and asserted that she had no authority over the budget or the actors' salaries. Winfrey explained that she had entrusted director Lee Daniels with those decisions, relying on his judgment. "I didn't know what anybody was getting paid. I didn't ask. I didn't negotiate. I just said yes to the role because I wanted to work with Lee and I wanted to support his vision," Winfrey said. "I'm sorry that Taraji felt hurt by that, but it was not my intention to slight her or anyone else." Additionally, Winfrey revealed that she personally reached out to Henson after reading her memoir, and they have since reconciled and resolved any lingering issues. Winfrey emphasized her continued respect and admiration for Henson, both as an actress and as an individual. She expressed hope for future collaborations between them, signaling a positive and constructive outlook on their professional relationship. "I love Taraji. She's a phenomenal talent and a beautiful soul. I have nothing but love for her," Winfrey said. "We had a good conversation and we hugged it out. We're good." However, questions remain about whether these efforts are enough to overshadow any negative actions. Rumors of a feud between Oprah Winfrey and Taraji P Henson surfaced during the press tour for the upcoming Color Purple musical film, where Henson discussed being consistently underpaid. Speculation gained momentum after a viral video prompted fans to analyze the body language between the two stars, fueling rumors of potential tension.
Do you feel like it's harder being a black woman, or is something that...
So yes, Monique spilling the tea on Oprah certainly escalated matters and made her situation even more challenging. However, Oprah is not the only one, because during this interview, Katt Williams also exposed Diddy for trying to get into his bed. Katt told the story of how Diddy tried to put moves on him for a very long time. During an open conversation with Vlad TV, Williams shared a perplexing experience where he felt uneasy due to what he perceived as advances from Diddy. The narrative begins with Williams attending a party at Diddy's extravagant mansion, expecting a night of socializing with fellow celebrities. However, the evening took an unexpected twist when Williams observed an unusual aspect. There were no women in attendance, only men.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Feeling uneasy, Williams tried to leave, but Diddy persistently pursued him, making suggestive comments and even offering a suspicious drink. Sensing the situation, Williams declined the drink and firmly expressed his lack of interest in Diddy's advances. In his own words, Williams emphasized his stance, regardless of Diddy's wealth, fame, or power. "I am and I am not going to sleep with you." However, his rejection seemed to shock and offend Diddy, who resorted to trying to intimidate to harm his career. Undeterred, Williams stood his ground, emphasizing that he had nothing to fear. Eventually, Williams managed to find an exit from the party, putting the unsettling encounter behind him. His decision to disclose this experience stemmed from a desire to illuminate the darker facets of the entertainment industry and caution aspiring artists about whom they place their trust in. Williams made it clear that his concern wasn't with anyone's but rather with feeling hurt and pressured into something he didn't desire. He underscored the importance of respecting boundaries and emphasized the significance of consent, irrespective of gender or orientation. "I respect everyone's right to love whoever they want to love, but I also respect my right to say no thank you," Williams stated emphatically. However, what remains indisputable is the comedian's surge in popularity after his dynamic appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay podcast. Over the course of nearly 3 hours, the acclaimed entertainer unleashed candid insights, sharing his unfiltered perspectives on fellow comedians and some of the industry's prominent figures. He not even talked about Diddy, but Pastor T.D. Jake too. We all know Diddy concluded 2023 on a rather challenging note. The bad boy entertainment mogul found himself entangled in a series of accusations, ranging from R and ST to A. This followed a lawsuit settlement with his ex-girlfriend, Cassie.
Not powerful, Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul?
Even preacher T.D. Jakes faced a downturn. Unverified TikTok accounts implicated the senior pastor of the Potter's House, alleging his attendance at Diddy's alleged S parties. Furthermore, his S came under scrutiny. When questioned about potential fear of being blackballed in Hollywood, Williams offered a straightforward response, saying, "What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything." Discussing Diddy and T.D. Jakes, he remarked, "All these individuals with questionable behavior are facing challenges in 2024. It's a reckoning for everyone, whether you're Diddy or anyone else. T.D. Jakes or any of them, all falsehoods will be laid bare, that's it. And those who misinterpret it, well, they know why. The truth is the light." T.D. Jakes and Diddy both are well connected. Critics have questioned the motives behind Diddy's substantial donation to T.D. Jakes' church in 2014, raising speculation about whether it was an effort to cultivate a positive relationship with the preacher or potentially secure tax benefits. Additionally, concerns have been expressed regarding Diddy's history of alleged exploitation of artists and failure to provide fair compensation. This has led to speculation about whether the donation played a role in maintaining influence or control over Katt Williams, prompting discussions about the complexities of financial dynamics and power within the entertainment industry. Whether T.D. Jakes chooses to address the claims and clarify his role in the situation remains to be seen, adding further intrigue to the unfolding narrative. In a different context, Oprah Winfrey has also openly discussed her challenging moments, acknowledging Bishop T.D. And according to Katt, both Oprah and Tyler are also involved in ruining his career. Jakes was instrumental in helping her through what she describes as one of the lowest points in her life. Bishop T.D. Jakes shared a sermon titled "Save the Scraps," and Oprah, with her substantial following of 34 million on Twitter, retweeted the message, expressing how the sermon had helped her during a difficult time. In her tweet, she expressed, "This sermon helped me when I was at my lowest," and Jakes' sermon delved into the theme of patiently waiting for God to structure things appropriately before bestowing miraculous blessings, emphasizing the importance of personal preparation to receive the magnitude of what God has in store. The best miracles in your life take time to not be driven by hunger or need or necessity. Sometimes you've got to get yourself structured and in order so that you're ready to receive the magnitude of what God has for you, Jakes said in the sermon. Oprah Winfrey, a long-standing admirer of Jakes, has also publicly expressed her respect for him on multiple occasions. Prior to the release of her TV church drama Greenleaf earlier this year, Winfrey consulted with Jakes to seek his blessing and assure him that the series was not inspired by him, his family, or his congregation. During a May Q and a session with the media, Winfrey shared insights from her conversation with Jakes, stating, "I spoke to T.D. Jakes and said, I just want you to know I'm doing a show about a megachurch, and the only resemblance to you is that our main character is called Bishop, and you're a bishop." He said, "I'm happy to hear that because I've heard some things about it." Winfrey emphasized her profound respect for the church and assured Jakes that she would not do anything to disrespect it. In Oprah Winfrey's series Greenleaf, penned by Craig Wright, the script revolves around the dysfunction within the church and the family of Bishop James Greenleaf. Despite the focus on the flaws within the church and its members, Oprah stressed her deep connection to the Black church, stating, "I am who I am, sitting here today because of the Black church." During discussions with Bishop T.D. Jakes before the show's release, Oprah clarified that the series was not based on Jakes or his congregation. Instead, it aimed to explore the complexities and imperfections within the church. She conveyed this to Jakes, saying, "It has nothing to do with you." And he said, "All right, can you send me a ticket?" And if Oprah is so supportive to Jakes, people are suggesting that she and Diddy might have some connection. Given all this, It's honestly not that surprising that Diddy, Oprah, and Tyler would want to shut the podcast down. It's made them look really bad, even worse. One person wrote, "I hope Shannon Sharpe tells the truth and shames the devil literally. Go Shannon Sharpe, only God." Another one added, "If all of these celebrities, if there is no truth to anything that's been said by Katt Williams or any other person on his channel, on his podcast, then they would brush it off. They would be threatening him. But if it's things and it burns and people get defensive and act out and start yelling at the other person, it's because they just got exposed and got called out on their BS." That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.